Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation that you find yourself in today. And as always, we have our three piles here. Group 1 is on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. I'll also show you the reverse side of these cards in case that helps you with your selection. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this beautiful raw piece of rose quartz, then this is going to be your reading. Rose quartz, as many know, is that beautiful, soft, self-loving energy it carries. It promotes emotional healing, forgiveness, compassion, and sense of inner peace. Such a beautiful stone that a lot of people use quite regularly, rose quartz. It can be the lover's stone as well, deepening your intimate connections, or mostly self-love, I do feel, for this one, releasing any stress and anxiety and just having that sense of inner peace. So Group 1, some of the energy in your reading. I've got Leo, Taurus, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Pisces here. So that could be you, someone you're dealing with, yada yada. Look, there's Libra as well. There's a few energies here, so you might be dealing with lots of different people and situations. But anyway, let's start with the past energy as always. I'm also going to throw in the charms for you, see what they bring at the end. Might alternate between charms and pendulum because I got a lot of really good feedback from the last time I used the charms. Really personal details came through for people with that, so that was cool. We'll do that again. So past energy for my group 1s, we're starting with the King of Swords, Strength, and the Ace of Cups. So when I saw this, I heard fortitude, sharpness. We could have to do with boundaries. There could be this, for some of you, there may be a situation where you've been a bit stern. The King of Swords is an intellectual. He is somebody who is well experienced in diplomacy and sharing his ideas. He has a lot of intelligence. We have Strength and the Ace of Cups after this, and what it makes me feel is a sense of softening, of using your strength in a way that helps soften your message or open you up to that soft, compassionate, maybe even forgiving energy of the rose quartz. A sense of peace. We've got the dove here as well. We've got enlightenment. So there may have been a situation where you've been quite stern, or maybe dealing with someone who is stern. Either way, I still think this King of Swords is your energy. Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. It really feels like I'm hearing on guard. So maybe there's a sense of being on guard, or maybe defensive, maybe not, but there's a sharpness to this energy, and it's taken a lot of strength to just soften a little bit, you know, just to be, I think you've learned something valuable in your message, or the way you deliver messages, the way you communicate, the way you carry your energy. Maybe you've been a little bit spiky or firm and you're just wanting to soften. You're wanting to really find that peace, which is clearly why rose quartz was selected by our little crystal picker. Those that are new here, it's my young son that chooses the crystals for the readings, and then we draw the readings off that, and the crystal always lines up so beautifully. So in your week ahead, group 1, we've got first of all the Seven of Pentacles and the Empress coming out together. It shows again, it kind of carries on from what we've seen. You're watering something new. There's something new growing, I feel, because there's a beautiful little seedling in her hand. But it's not new in the sense that you've been in this industry or in this position or working at this project, whatever it might be. It could be to do with self-development. You've been at this for some time. And with the Empress here, very fertile energy. We have a big pregnant belly here. Maybe some of you are trying to conceive a child, or maybe you got something else that you're birthing into the world, you're nurturing. You might be finding new ways to nurture yourself, nurture your projects, nurture your community. you're definitely at this stage of growth, of a lot of growth, and you don't see the results yet, but you know you're on the right track. I like that the card sitting above this energy is own your time and give it meaning. Don't let it pass you by. So there's definitely something you're working at here, and we can see that. It's going to take some time. You know, it takes 9 months to grow a baby. It may take you years to achieve what you're after, but you're on that track and you're devoted, you're owning your time. Maybe you need a reminder if you've been straying from or wasting time. Maybe you're needing a bit of that redirection message. Take it how it resonates, but there's definitely a lot of effort going into what it is you're trying to manifest and create and birth into this world. Now further into the week ahead, the moon and the hanged man came out together. We're getting cards in groups of 2 for your week ahead. So then it might mean that your week is a little bit segmented, in the sense that in the first day or so you're dealing with this, and then you're dealing with that, and like you're kind of just slowly tending to all the things as they present themselves to you. Now with the moon and the hanged man, these are major arcanas, and so they're looking deeper into the subconscious and looking at patterns and beliefs that don't serve you. You might be really shifting your beliefs this week and seeing certain things that hold you back. There could be things lurking in the shadows that you need to perceive differently so that you don't give them power anymore. There's definitely a massive internal shift happening for you with this energy. Sometimes it could have to do with fear. I'm hearing bumps in the night. I don't know what's going on with this energy, but it definitely feels like something you just need a perceptionary shift around, and it's happening anyway. You really are, like, I can see there's something like mentally or communicatively, is that a word, that you're using your strength to look at it differently, to apply yourself differently. It's really I'm feeling admirable is the word for that. In the week ahead, towards the end of the week, we have this beautiful energy of the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. This is about home life and family and friendships and soulmates. All of this energy is quite beautiful, so you could expect that there's a lot of time spent in the home with your family, with your children. I'm hearing creating children. Maybe that's something you're achieving or trying to achieve. But with this energy as well, it can also talk about people from the past that feel very connected to your spirit, to your soul, that you may be reconnecting with, because both of these energies are that soul family energy. So there's definitely something going on around that for you as well. You could be revisiting old situations, or maybe even going back to a place you haven't been in a while. There's something to do with nurturing the community bonds that make up your soul family, or things in the home space, spending time with your children if you're a parent, things like that. Could be also some inner child healing that's happening for you. So in the area of challenge, I got the Devil here first of all, and I wanted to dig a little deeper. Normally I just get 1 card for the challenge, 1 card for what will help, but I wanted to go a little deeper in the way this is showing up. And interestingly, we got the 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. So, and I heard soothsaying. So there could be something going on in groups that you collaborate with, where the exchange is either not equal or fair, or somebody could be offering you wonderful gifts, or, you know, talking you up, or, you know, like, what is it, boosting your ego or something like that. But really they just want to entrap you or something. So it's like, be careful of the groups you're a part of and the people who, you know, are extra giving. I mean, be open, of course, to the good things that can come your way, but also I think being a little bit cautious here as well, because when it comes out with the 3 of Pentacles, it's like collaborations could be entrapping. What's the word for that? Entrapment. My words aren't the best today, but you get what I mean. This Devil energy can also be addiction cycles. Like, separate from this can show up in multiple ways. It can be obsessions, it can be manipulations, just the things that trap you, right? But the cool thing about this card is he holds the chains, the shackles open. It's up to you if you put your wrist in there or not. It's a choice. But it is the challenge this week, so be mindful of temptation, be mindful of trickery, be mindful of that soothsaying energy. Because there may be something else going on that looks wonderful on the surface, but you need to just be mindful. Now, what will help with your challenge? We got the Ace of Wands, your creativity, your life force. your soul expression is what helps you with any challenges. You know your truth, you know what is needing to come from your spirit. I got a little extra on that, of course, as I said, and we have the Judgment and the Eight of Pentacles. This could very much have to do with your workspace. There's a sense of knowing, though. There's something you need to create. You're called to create it. It's to do with your work. You need to be flexible. I'm just seeing her do her stretches here in this image. You may need a lot of flexibility in the way you work with people, but just lean into that higher knowing and that inner life force that wants to come through you, because that is what will help with your challenge. To stay true to your own personal sense of judgment, values, things like that. Especially having Judgment there and the devil's in the challenge, you know, like make wise choices. I don't think you even need to be told, because it's already a part of your innate like expression as who you are. I think you're a very just person, and what you create is beautiful and pure. In what you don't see coming, we have the Six of Wands, fantastic energy, the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. So there may be a message here coming through to you this week, or it is maybe some ideas coming through you, whether it's coming to you or through you. It's something that helps you rise up. The Chariot and the Six of Wands is incredible energy. Six of Wands is a victory. And when I see this person in a wheelchair, it makes me feel like against all odds, or there may be some challenges, but you've overcome them. It doesn't, like, people may see you in a limitation, but you're rising above that, which actually brings me to another card. Don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. If you think you're inhibited in some way, let that idea go, because you're actually having something really good come your way that helps you move forward on your journey with a lot of confidence. And I'm hearing authority, which brings me to the outcome. Authority, the outcome is the Emperor. This is amazing energy of really standing in your power and growing into who you're supposed to be. You've got some executive decisions to make, though. The Emperor is coupled with the Temperance card and the Eight of Cups. So there's definitely some things to surrender, to walk away from, to be your own authority in these decisions. You're definitely needing to make some choices that help you stay in your power and focus on what's most important. You're needing more balance. Maybe it's the way you approach things, or just the temperance, it's moderation, it's keeping things nice and equal, balanced and fair, so you're not overdoing it in any area, but then you're definitely identifying what you need to walk away from at this time, because you are the Emperor, male or female, like I said, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. You really are stepping into your power in quite a rich way. Underlying energy of the whole reading, Two of Cups. Two of Cups is about soulmates, companionship and support. Maybe that's something you're needing. I've got another card here of find a mentor. Finding a mentor in your field can help you reach your goals faster. So maybe there is some sort of mentor. This doesn't have to be romantic, even though the image is a beautiful embrace. This can be any type of partnership that supports you in reaching your goals. So it may be that you're being led towards maybe away from what doesn't work so that you can find what does. So in the Oracle cards, we have the Water Spirit, Emotions, Memory, and Life Force. I'll read for you. There is within every body of water a spirit that most often cannot be seen. But we of the hidden worlds choose to come forth. You will not be able to deny our presence any longer. Water is intelligent, a feeling source of energy, one which is vital to life on this world. Water is an element which holds history, memories, emotions, and the subtle mysteries of the psyche. With this spirit, you are asked to consider your own emotions, your own memories, and to connect more deeply with the water in your life, and to make it sacred and begin to commune with the spirits within the water so you can benefit from its intelligence and emotional wisdom. I'm just like being called to mention maybe going for a shower. I know when I've got my hands in the water doing the dishes, I get a lot of downloads and information, and when I'm in the shower, I'm sure a lot of you do as well. I've heard that from a lot of people. It's also helpful to wash away stagnant energy too. This spirit gazes at you, awaiting your acknowledgement, awaiting you to accept the vitality and necessity of emotional balance, of healing memory, of understanding what we hold, we emanate. Ask yourself now, for For you too are a being of water, precious one. What do I hold? What am I keeping within me? Is it vital? Is it life-giving? And can I learn to move what is causing me to stagnate or to feel unclean? What is the life force that you are most made up of? And the spirit of water lives too within you, within your blood, your tears, every memory and every emotion. Let your water energy be that of healing, of vibrational vitality, of growth and love. And I see that here with the Ace of Cups, like that's in your most recent past energy. So it shows, and you're watering this plant, right? So yeah, it really is the state you're in, acknowledging that beautiful energy within you. Worship the spirit of water, not as an idol, but as a sacred source of life. Revere the watery self that is you. Make yourself as flowing, as honest, as clear as water. When I flow like water, the vibration of my emotions and psyche become light and blissful. It's quite beautiful. Maybe there's also some sort of rituals you want to do and incorporate water into those, or all of the elements. It might be something meaningful for you in that. So you also have the card, the bee and the pomegranate from the Woodlands Warden. Love this deck. It's really beautiful. Productivity. Busy bees. The bee and the pomegranate calls us to create with purpose. Bees are known for their hard work and industriousness. The phrase busy as a bee derives from Canterbury Tales written in the 14th century. Pomegranate are tough-skinned and difficult to open, but once their exterior is pierced, hundreds of seeds birth forth, signifying fertility and abundance. And you've got that here with the Empress as well. There's a lot of fertility and abundance just all around you and being nurtured. So the meaning is you are at your most productive. Take care to ensure your labor fulfills you, which brings me back to the own your time and give it meaning. Don't let it pass you by. You have the card openness as well from Sacred Destiny. And when you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still, do nothing, be open, breathe. Notice how you've got this sense of productivity, but also stillness and openness. That's what the Temperance is asking of you, the balance. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. Seven of Pentacles. If you're trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of sacred wonders into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect. And I really see that here in what you don't see coming with that Six of Wands. This is some sort of victory coming your way. You're going to hear news of this with the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. It helps you move forward. So further into your oracles, we've seen those two. You've seen the finding a mentor that could be really supportive for you right now, but you've also got the card of cook more. Maybe you've felt yourself a little time poor, or maybe you've just been ordering food more. Who knows what it means for you, but reduce the urge to eat out and cook more at meals at home. Maybe it's just about helping out more at home in the kitchen if you live in a family or a group dynamic, but yeah, just cooking more. Or maybe it's about what you're cooking. Getting clean ingredients or looking at what your body needs. You know, I find ChatGPT really helpful for nutritional advice of all kinds. Just enter in your personal situation, what you're after, what you're trying to achieve out of your diet or your energy levels, and it comes back with really great advice and recipes and what nutrients would be supportive. So what else have I got here? That's right, charms. Let's see what the charms have to say for group 1. All right. Oh, cute. Okay, so the elephant in the room is really interesting. This is like a dark elephant, and when I see this particular charm, it means there's something that's like kind of, I heard lurking in the shadows before, right? It's that kind of energy, but it's like when we say the elephant in the room, it's like that thing that no one will acknowledge. So there could be something very covert happening, or very like passive, or a situation that it needs addressing, and it will be addressed. And when it sits next to this little false diamond, oh yeah, look at that. This is this energy that you had in the challenge. The false diamond is the Six of Pentacles. Like somebody's like, oh, you know, offering something, but it's I don't know. I think there's things you need to be cautious of at this time. You have the blessed charm. This is my Jupiter charm, and Jupiter brings expansion and blessings into your life. So you can definitely expect to see that. We've already talked about miracles showing up for you as well in openness. So definitely being open to the energy of Jupiter. And you've got this little froggy. Frog spirit is such a beautiful spirit. It helps us leap from place to place. So you may be in a bit of a transition period right now, or you're ready to take a leap. I love the frog spirit energy. He's so cute. I love him. What a beautiful charm he is. I forgot all about him. I haven't, because I don't use the charms very often, so I do forget what's in there. But yeah, he's definitely someone who's ready to take a leap. But there's still things that are clearing up by the look of it. So that's what I have for you, group 1, in this reading. Hopefully it gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If anyone in this reading is particularly interested in this sort of subconscious shifting perception energy, I would recommend maybe checking out Kinesiology Balance with me. It's where we can tap into that subconscious place in your body, in your mind, and see what's going on, letting the body speak. It's kind of like body talk in a sense. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Getting a lot of great results for people uncovering some of those deeper core issues and dissolving them. So yeah, that's what I have, group 1. I hope it's a wonderful week for you, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care. Hey, group 2, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Prehnite crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Prehnite's such a beautiful stone. It's got these little flecks inside. Oh, it's so hard to see on the camera, but Prehnite is the healer's healer. So it is for those that are healers and maybe need a little healing themselves. It's usually the biggest givers in our community that need to receive, right? But it's a beautiful stone to help connect you with your truth, open the heart and release any fear that has been blocking the heart. It's a stone of unconditional love, and also supportive with decluttering the mind, the energy field, the home, wherever you need it, a little decluttering really. And it gives me this really fae energy to it, which is interesting because you've got a fairy card show up. It's got this mossy, lovely fairy energy. And it drew me to choose the Sweet Foragers Tarot for your reading today. So I think it really fits. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures in this deck. So group 2, what have I got here? I've got Leo, I've got Virgo, I've got Aries, Aquarius, and of course the fixed signs, so adding Taurus and Scorpio there as well, because we've seen Aquarius and Leo already. So those are the main energies showing up in your reading. Could be you, someone you deal with, it doesn't matter too much. I'm also going to be looking at some charms for you again. Got a lot of really good feedback from using them last time, and I haven't touched them in so long, so it's nice to see them again. Some really personal things came through for people, so I will probably alternate between the charms and the pendulum for a bit and see how it feels each day we come here and show up. But let's start with the past energy as always, group 2. Sorry if I said group 1. I always feel like I've said another group. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, group 2. In the past, we've got the Knight of Cups showing up first. Then we have the 5 of Cups and Strength as well. So Knight of Cups is a card of, it's the energy of someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. It can be about romantic connection. It can be about playfulness. You've actually got the energy of dolphin spirit here in the card Happiness, we'll go to later, but that's very much an energy of playfulness and fun and joy. And the Knight of Cups is very romantic. Sometimes it can be talking about a romantic partner. We have the 5 of Cups here. And then Strength. So maybe there's something inside of you that is holding you back from opening to romantic love, or maybe there's been a sense of loss or regret that you're trying to overcome. Maybe it impacts your romantic relationship, a sense of loss or not feeling good enough, or there's definitely something that's gone on in the past. Maybe you're not trusting of certain romantic connections, or yeah, who knows what this is, but you're in a state now of releasing the sadness and opening up to that joy again, if it's been blocked from you, or there's been some things come up that make you feel a little cautious or a sense of loss. You're having this strength to move forward with wisdom. We've got the beautiful owl here in the image. So the recent past is you're releasing sadness and moving into strength when it comes to your romantic partnerships. So in the week ahead, we start with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So there's still a sense of overcoming this energy. You may be a little bit guarded and protective. It doesn't have to be romantic, by the way. It can also be all connections, like friendships, communities where we kind of come together for a good time. Maybe you're a little untrusting of certain people or situations, but it's definitely time to release those old stories. If you're struggling with that or you're feeling a little guarded, I would, as I've been mentioning a lot lately, as I've started to deliver kinesiology balances for distance, I'm letting people know more and more that that's actually something that's really impactful for our deeper wounds, the things that keep us closed and guarded, and we may not be able to articulate what's going on, or we may not quite understand it or know how to dig through and uncover and dissolve these things. Kinesiology is a modality we use muscle testing to get information from your innate awareness about imbalances and things that are going on. So it's less intuitive in the sense that somebody's reading for you, and it's your body telling its own innate awareness, its own truth being delivered. With yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna have to start sharing some testimonials because it's absolutely amazing modality. Anyway, if you have been struggling with this and you feel like you'd like support, check out the description box. You can definitely book a session in there. But Four of Cups is a sense of disappointment. It can also be a victim mentality. Maybe you keep yourself guarded from connection because some sense of victim mentality. Maybe you've been through a lot. Maybe you've been hurt a lot. And the Nine of Wands is very self-protective and guarded. But sometimes it can keep you from blessings. You know, it can keep you from happiness and joy and connection. So it definitely seems to be something you're wanting to release, whether it's negative thinking or just like that self-protectiveness, because things have not always gone how you'd like. We've got the Five of Cups in the past. We've got loss. We've got sadness. We've got regret or pain. So Nine of Wands is, you know, he's the wounded warrior of the tarot. He's definitely somebody who's on guard and protective of what he loves, or his own heart. His or her, doesn't matter. The Four of Cups, we always see that this person's usually upset about Three Cups, but there's actually a beautiful cup. If they would stop focusing on this, they'd see there's something really grand there to receive or to be offered. Further into the week ahead, though, we have got the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands. This is definitely a change of energy. It also shows like there's some sort of romantic connection that is around you. Maybe not for everyone. There can be a connection of a different kind, but for many of you, I think there's someone who's like, who loves you or adores you or is interested in you. It could be secret admirer, or it could be your actual partner. But what I'm seeing here is a lightheartedness. Like there's playfulness in love. There's somebody who wants to lift you up. There's somebody who wants you to see how beautiful you are. Six of Wands is that energy of victory, of feeling, I'm hearing beautiful. Maybe it's about feeling more beautiful. Maybe it's about casting off the heaviness and the things you carry of the past so that you can rise up. There's a playfulness here. The Page of Wands is a really adventurous spirit. They like to travel and go to different realms. So, which is actually interesting because the deck I've chosen is the Hidden Worlds. And you have got fairy energy, which I will get to soon. We've got this beautiful fairy here, so maybe it's about playing with those elementals and connecting with these unseen spirits, but and helping that infuse that energy into your life. Maybe it's already a part of your heart, but a lot of playfulness, lightheartedness. And with the Six of Wands, it's recognition as well. It's a public victory. It's being recognized or noticed, or some acknowledgements coming your way. There's a victory there for you. The victory could be in the lightheartedness that you achieve that helps love and connection come your way. At the end of your week, we have got the Nine of Daggers, so the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Cups together as well. Segmented. Group 1 was segmented as well. So you might be like dealing with things, what do they call it? It starts with a C. Compartmentalized. Maybe things are a little compartmentalized or segmented in some way, and you're just sort of dealing with one chapter at a time, or that could be the way your week unfolds, but maybe not. The nines are considered endings, and you're definitely coming to the end of a cycle. Collectively, we're in a 9-year as well, so it is a time to clear out what doesn't serve us and finish old things off. But the Nine of Swords is negative thinking. It's anxiety, it's sleepless nights, it's haunting dreams, it's all of those things. But the Nine of Cups afterwards is like, it's a beautiful thing. It's a divine wish being fulfilled. So maybe your divine wish is to overcome negative thinking. And that will bring me back to the kinesiology offerings. Fantastic for that, really, really is. Or maybe you've got your own modalities or support people to help you with that, or you've got your own way that you find within yourself. Either way, there's wish fulfillment here, and it's overcoming something you were maybe anxious about. Maybe there's something you were really anxious about and it doesn't come to pass. And in fact, it turns out better than you imagined. There's that sort of sense of maybe something's happening for you, not to you, or maybe you feel like you can't do something and you realize that you can. In the area of challenge, we've got the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is heaviness. It's carrying burdens you don't need to carry. It's carrying way too much weight. Maybe that's the message as well, because I have got in your self-care. We've got 2 cards for self-care, and it sits directly above. I've noticed how the oracles sit above the tarot that they support. We've got change a bad habit, and then we've got exercise. So maybe the 10 of Wands is about looking after your body in a way that helps you feel lighter, that helps you achieve this Page of Wands energy, where you can move more freely and just feel more connected to your spirit. So that may be a message of literal weight, or it may be a message of carrying energetic, emotional burdens, and often they're all tied together anyway. So the challenge is the 10 of Wands. We're carrying too much. What will help with the challenge is the Hermit. The Hermit is the card of introspection. It pulls away from the outside world, from validation, from what other people think they know, what they want to say to you, and turning inside of yourself to find those core answers, because it's you that holds the innate awareness, which again brings me back to kinesiology. I can't recommend the modality enough. It's absolutely incredible. If you've never tried it, it's worth looking into. One of the hardest things is to actually explain how it can help and what it can do. Although we can explain it, the best way to know is to experience it. But the Hermit is the insightful. It's the card of soul searching. This is a time for you to go inside yourself and listen to that strong message, the inner calling. Maybe to take a little time away from the outside world. You've also got a card, be careful who you take advice from. And that's probably why the Hermit's here. Maybe you're getting the wrong advice, or maybe you're hearing people say things that just aren't supporting your growth. So be careful of the outside world. Turn to the inner worlds. When I say inner worlds, it's because we've touched on the Fae, we've touched on the elementals. The Hermit is what will help you with your challenge. What you don't see coming, we've got the World here. We've got the Emperor and the Star. These are all major arcanas. There's a really big shift happening for you. And I just saw 11:11 at the time of recording. It will be different for you, but for me, it's 11:11 on that when I just noticed it. The World is about the end of a cycle. And we really touched on that with the 9s at the end of your week. You really are closing out some cycles that don't serve you, and you're growing into a beautiful stage of growth. You're moving into something that feels very expansive of your spirit, of your heart, of joy. With the Emperor and the Star, Emperor, I got a few messages with that one, especially reiterating that outside world, the external authorities. I think maybe you're ending a cycle of approval or validation externally, or trying to meet some quota or something. I'm not sure exactly, but the Emperor can be an energy that you're closing the cycle of that. Maybe it's being too much in your masculine. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's to do with a literal father. But the Emperor energy can also be here because it's the message of you stepping into your own authority. And we've seen that a lot in this reading. And then we have the Star as well, which is hope renewal. It's feeling a sense of optimism and a breath of fresh air, the feeling after the rain. There's a closing of a cycle here. I'm hearing domination. Maybe there's been something that's been dominating you, and you're closing that cycle, and you're stepping into your own authority, and it opens things up for you. And with the Star, I'm also feeling the connection to star beings, or again, the Fae, elementals of all kinds, whoever it is you feel connected to. So there's something you don't see coming in that area. it really feels like just seeing her pour out this cup of cosmos, cosmic stars. It's quite a beautiful image. I think that this is a message to say that things are really aligning for you, and there's a new cycle beginning. And you've got even a card that represents the Fool in your oracles as well. So there really is a new cycle right here for you, and you're ready to step into it and give it your all and feel lighter and move through it more joyfully, whatever it is. In the outcome energy, we have the Queen of Daggers, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Crystals, Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Ace and the Page of Swords as well. So lots of mental energy here, and also this energy of investment and time spent. So with the Queen of Swords, it could be to do with your boundaries. Maybe these are boundaries with regards to bad habits. You're like, okay, I realize I've got to cut this out. I've got to cut that out. This isn't helping me. This isn't healthy for me. You're making a plan. Maybe you're learning more about what is required. Page of Swords is about education, study, being open-minded and curious and exploring all avenues, getting all the information before you make a choice. But the Queen of Swords has got all the information. She's ready to make an executive decision. And the decision is about investment, Seven of Pentacles. It's about really showing up and giving it your time. Maybe that's to do with exercise. Maybe you're exercising your body. Maybe you're exercising your mind. Maybe you're exercising your mental or emotional body. Love yourself enough to exercise and enjoy the glow of good health. That's where it's at for you. You've got these ideas. You've got a plan. You're ready to execute it. The outcome shows you really applying yourself. It's quite beautiful. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck tells me that you're supported. Tells me that you're abundant. Okay, so let's move into the oracles with the fairy energy, growth, expansion, and a flowering. I'll read from the book for you. The time has come for you to expand and come more fully into the being you can be. You're being offered the energy of opening up, of expansion, of flowering from the world of nature and the Fae, who will be sending energy to you for you to drink in. This will lead a sense of confidence and inner warmth, which will extend out from you. You will feel open and safe to share who you are. And there will be a sense of speaking more, sharing more, opening up, and expecting not so much support from the world of humans, but support from the world of the unseen ones. These are the beings who, as they open up the life force within the blossoming world, can also turn that energy into humans they love, for whom you are one. So the beauty you now share with the world will change the world. You will offer something kind, something loving, and something true. The world about you will blossom in return, and this feeling will extend to the people who are around you. There will be a time of love, a time of caring, a time when people are drawn to the radiance and beauty of your soul, which shines into the world. This gift is from the fairies, but the love and blossoming you experience is simply what was meant to unfold from within you. The Fae do this without expectation. For you, as you are like a human flower to them, thank them and care for the natural world in return. And this exchange of energy will flow on, for it is drawn from an infinite source of love. Open up like a flower, for you have so much beauty to show the world. Beauty was a word that came through before, I think I recall. Yeah, that's really, really quite special. You also have the mouse and the buttercup, really going in there with the cute critters. So like the Fool in the tarot deck, the mouse and buttercup is numbered 0. Both cards mark the start of a journey, and both remind us that we have much to learn. Mice are grounded and innocent, yet anyone who has dealt with a mouse in their house knows they are determined and highly adaptable. The mouse is paired with the humble buttercup, a symbol of childlike innocence. Have you ever held a buttercup under your chin? According to centuries-old children's game, if the reflection of the flower glows yellow on your skin, it reveals that you are like butter. Or that you like butter. That's cute. So the meaning is this card is you may be embarking on a journey or starting down a new path. Remember that innocence and lack of understanding are not negative qualities. Instead, they are reminding us of our capacity for growth, adaptability, and learning. And the peripherals of my vision, I'm really getting this exercise card come out, whether it's physical exercise or something else, exercise of the mind, studying something new. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to learn what is going to support you the greatest, especially because your outcome has all of this Swords energy. The Queen of Swords is already very accomplished. And sometimes when we feel very accomplished, it can be harder to open up to new information. But you've got that Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords, so it's really a time to learn. It's a time to invest in our learning, what we can learn about how to achieve our goals or to support ourselves deeper. You also have the card of happiness. Dolphins are these playful soulmate energies. Let's read happiness from Sacred Destiny. It says, click your heels and shout for joy. The signs are with you. Let your light shine. Abounding good luck awaits you. A gateway is opening for even more joy and happiness. Your life is expanding. Opportunities are emerging. This is a time to go forward with glee, love deeply and fully. Embrace life with open arms. Goodness is flowing to you. The only thing to be aware of is to monitor your expansion in a metered way. Too much too fast can be overwhelming. And really continuing this new journey energy, you're stepping into a brand new chapter. Be careful of who you take advice from on that journey. And then of course we've seen the bad habits and exercise. Those are the last cards. Let's have a look at the, what are they called? Charms. All right, so group 2. Ooh, okay, group 2. Oh look, a little bow fell in my hand. That's so sweet. It's again this marking of innocence and beauty. Yeah, it's very, very sweet, that one. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, whenever I see the carrot, I always think of like the eyes, because we're always told like the carrots are good for our eyes. So maybe someone needs a little checkup. Maybe they need to get their eyes tested, their vision. But carrot is also very grounding. It's an earth root vegetable, so maybe it's also about grounding, your nutrition, eating really healthy and clean foods from the earth, natural, less processed foods. You've got here the charm of attachment. So maybe there's some things that are weighing you down, heaviness. That's very much 10 of Wands energy. It is your challenge right now. So just being mindful of those things that keep you stuck or weighed down. Above that sits the citrine. Citrine is a card. It's a crystal of abundance. So there's definitely a lot of growth and abundance here for you. And it's also connected to the sacral chakra, which is your creativity, your sexual expression, your creative life force energy. It's all there. Quite a beautiful energy. You've got the Froggy. Froggy was actually in group 1 as well. But Froggy is ready when you're ready to leap from one lily pad to another. You're ready to take great leaps on your journey. The frog spirit is there, and isn't he so cute? And then you also have the pilgrimage. It says pilgrim on the bottom, so I'd like to think this is a journey for you. But this is quite a special charm. It talks about it kind of for me ties in with the Empress of the Tarot. It's all of the experiences you've gained a wealth of knowledge and beauty from, and it makes up who you are today. And so I think this is, when I see all this together, it's like it's snapshotting that this is a time for you to really step into who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to attract a lot of blessings and abundance. You're supposed to take a leap from things that don't serve you, and you are supposed to step more into your health and your beauty and let that shine to the world. And then I've got this little false diamond here as well, so just being mindful of the false diamonds out there, the things we might chase, the status, materialism, however this shows up. Maybe it's about, like, especially with health and fitness, like maybe moving away from the you know, what social media fills us with, these standard ideals of beauty, and finding your own innate natural beauty, because you are a diamond. You're a citrine. You're an empress. Masculine or feminine does not matter. Your story is your glory, and I think that all of your experiences so far make up all of who you are, and there's still quite a journey to go to make up more of who you're becoming. Yeah, it's quite a nice little charm spread there. So that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope that resonated with you, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this beautiful little amethyst angel, and this is going to be your reading. This is such a sweet little angel. I got it from the local Christian spiritual church, where they do demonstrations of clairvoyance and things like that. So maybe Christianity is something that is special to you or has some significance at this time. It could also be that you're working with the angels, and also a stone of connecting to your intuition being that it is amethyst. But I also feel like it has quite a deep connection to this card, like the colouring and the beauty, the guidance, that sort of shielding that the angels promise. And this card is about the unknown, the mysteries, the wonders. It's called The Secret. We'll get to that soon, but yeah, a sweet little angel. It's so beautiful. You may notice it sits with Ganesha on the altar normally, but our little crystal picker has chosen it for you today. So working with the angels might be something really supportive for you. But anyway, group 3, let's have a look. We've got Aries, Capricorn here. We've also got Cancer, Taurus and Libra in this reading. So they may be energies you're working with, or part of your chart activated. Anyway, let's start with the past energy as we always do. We've got the 2 of Swords with the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Wands. This is gritty. I'm hearing gritty straight up. Okay, so this is a time where you may feel very uncertain about the future, your direction, and it could have to do with matters of the heart. It could have to do with a relationship, especially given we've got these unknown mysteries energies in your reading. You may also be sort of tossing between a decision to make, maybe a decision to let go of something and choose something else. I feel like this is very, you may be really grappling with this inner tension or confusion or uncertainty. It really might be pulling on the heartstrings. This is past energy, mind you. With the 9 of Wands, you may be very wary of this experience. It may have been ongoing for you. It could be something that has been very tiring and has you feeling guarded and not really wanting to share your inner workings or the things that are going on. You may be self-protective and putting barriers up between yourself and others, because maybe your heart is hurting or you're feeling a lot of just tension. The 2 of Swords can be a pull between the head and the heart at times, and it's also suggesting that you use both your head and your heart to find your way through, but not everything is revealed, I would say. I feel like there's just a great sense of uncertainty as to where to put your heart or what's happening. And yeah, definitely a sense of wanting to protect your heart. So as we move into the week ahead, the Emperor and the Devil came out together. There could be an attachment to a specific person or masculine, or even a role of authority. There could be something here that feels like you are bound to the situation. You may be trying to gain your own strength and authority over a situation that binds you. The Devil can be energy of obsession and hyperfixation. It can be unhealthy patterns, addictions, temptations of all kinds, really. But it is here, and it's quite a strong, impactful energy at the start of your week. So you may be really struggling with your own personal power in a situation, or feeling very attached to something. And that brings me to the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a free-spirited, light-hearted, playful energy. It's very adventurous. However, in the depiction here, we've got somebody who is been bitten by some salamanders, and if she would stand up, then perhaps she could move away from the situation. So there might be a bit of a message where you feel like you want to step into a more lighthearted spirit. You want to cast off a lot of the burden and stress, but you may also need you to make some choices based on your past experiences, because this is the amateur energy, the Page. So there's still some learning on this journey, and you're learning what could potentially hurt you and what would set you free. Now, the 2 sevens came out together, the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. I've noticed all the readings at the moment have been segmented. I don't know if you've come from another pile before you hit this one, but you will notice, if you did, that yeah, each reading for the week ahead, it's like we're dealing with this and then that, and it's like there's a sense of segmented energy here, or compartmentalized, or something like maybe these things are just separate, or you have to deal with one thing at a time. But with this 7 of these 2 sevens, 7 Pentacles, 7 of Swords, it's a suggestion that you are coming to realize that there's a bit of hard work ahead of you, and you have to be really careful and strategic as to where you put your energy and your time. And after that comes the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you're looking to fill your cup more. You're looking to how do I invest in my life or in myself or in my projects in a way that's going to be yielding for me, a way that's going to fill my cup, that's going to make me feel good and fulfilled. The Seven of Swords also indicates that you're keeping your plans close to your chest, especially if matters close to the heart. You may be feeling like you want to, like, especially the Nine of Wands here, you may want to keep things to yourself. But there's a lot of growth and needing to face some things happening this week by the look of it. And yeah, needing to be quite prepared for to play out some sort of strategy to really invest in the long term. Like you've got big goals and it's going to take a bit of work to get there. But it looks like you're ready to show up for it. You're ready to not be held back. You're ready to move into this learning energy about your experiences and what's going to help you move forward. The area of challenge has the Seven of Cups, which comes back to the kind of that Two of Swords energy of a sense of confusion. The Seven of Cups can be an energy where we have a lot of choices before us. We can take multiple different paths. We have a lot of uncertainty. We definitely, when we see this, especially in the area of challenge, we may wish we knew more than we did. It can also be full of illusions as well. So things that that could kind of cause us to be like almost directionless, because there's really a lack of clarity in this energy. What will help with the challenge is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is learning to let go. It's not a comfortable energy to be into, but it's learning to let go of certain goals or desires or ideas that you once held on to that hold you back from clarity and moving forward into your own power. So what will help with your challenge is maybe just cutting through some of the BS or cutting your losses in certain areas, and no longer engaging with things that kind of cause you confusion. What you need to know is what's delivered to you. And I think that really comes in with that spirit energy, the secret energy of the unknown, the mysteries, the wonders. I'll read that for you soon. You've also got an energy of starting over in your cards and a lot of abundance coming your way. And Spirit's really trying to nurture you into this direction, but there's definitely some things that need to be cleared, and they're going to be things that feel hollow and empty and maybe even sad. It's the hollow victory card. It's sometimes facing a conflict you need to face just to finish it off once and for all, because it's not serving. It's really time to get out of that battlefield. It could have to do with romantic connection. We've got here the traditional single lady on the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Cups. So it very well could be to do with relationship. I can see that here. It may be about letting go of the dream of a certain partnership or something that's not really growing or moving into what you desired it to be, and maybe starting again, or there's a renewal that's like right there coming. It's what it feels like, a renewal that helps you feel fulfilled within yourself and more clear about your purpose and your path and your ability to create. And that brings me to what you don't see coming. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the beautiful Empress with the Four of Swords. So this is a time of you really knuckling down, it's the head down, bum up energy, as we call it, where you're really focusing on what's in front of you. You may be keeping your plans close to yourself, to your chest, to yourself. You're definitely skill developing. It could be within your work. It could be your self-development. Whatever it is, it brings you into the Empress energy, and you've got a lot to contemplate and think about in regards to this. It's almost like a bit of a hermit journey you're maybe already in or been in for some time or moving into, but you're going to see development in that area. You're going to have a lot of more understanding. There is a need for deep meditation in this space. Maybe guided meditations might be nice for you on YouTube. There's wonderful selections there, or Spotify, or wherever you find it. That might be really helpful for you, but for the most part, it's really just working with what's in front of you and developing all that you can to bring yourself into a state of abundance, of feeling abundant, creating abundance, because I see that it's here for you. There's actually something, you've got the card abundance. I'm gonna call it, right? The card abundance, I'll read it for you soon, but as I was shuffling, this card, 10 of Cups, flew right on top of it, and I just got this message, it belongs there. And I don't normally put a tarot on the oracle, but this time I did. So this could be very well an image of something that could be your ideal of abundance, something you are attracting. But even if it's not this wedding scene, it's something that you can very much look forward to that's going to fulfill you. There's a lot of happiness in the 10 of Cups. So I think that you can already find that around you, but it's also something you're moving into. Now, in the outcome area, we have the moon and the magician energy. So this is interesting. When we see the moon, we think of the subconscious realm. It can also be about illusions and fears, but you have the capacity with the magician to burst through and overcome any of that energy. So you're at a pretty, I'm hearing tight. I don't know why. It's like maybe you're feeling constricted, but it's really squeezing you to push out what you have inside of you to really grow. The moon is, I'm feeling with the moon here, it's something you're overcoming at this time. This part of you that's uncertain and maybe fearful, but it's really like, it's like being pushed into uncomfortable positions to really show yourself what you're made of, what you're capable of, and how you can manifest really great outcomes for yourself. What also came in the outcome area was the 10 of Wands and the Hanged One. So there's things that you have been carrying that you may need to release and let go of, and because it's in the outcome, you can see that you will be doing that. And it's, how is it done? With a shift of perspective. Seeing it from another angle. This is happening for me, not to me. I'm asking Spirit to guide you into seeing the greater awareness of what's unfolding in your life instead of holding on to it. Maybe you're feeling like a victim, or maybe you're holding on to something that's not working for you. But to see it as something that has served your growth, to perhaps that's what's needed, to have a little bit like let the light in, open the curtains, open the windows, like there's definitely something you're overcoming that's been really like it's grabbing you. Maybe it's holding your spirit, maybe it's stagnating you, I'm not sure, but there's things that really like elude you right now. There's a lot of confusion, and it's something that you are learning how to move through. It feels like contractions, birthing pains, things like that. So in the Oracle, I'm also going to do the charms for you. I got some really good feedback about that last time, and I don't touch them enough, so we'll chuck them in from time to time. Some really nice personal messages came through for some people in the comment section. So if the charms hit you in a personal way, I'd love to hear about it, because it's quite nice to see if that's something you enjoy. I might alternate between the pendulum and that, but today it's going to be the charms. So anyway, let's jump into the secret card, the unknown mysteries and wonders. I'll read for you from the book. We walk through this world, and so does she, by our side, releasing to us the understanding that we can measure with our minds at any time. We claim we wish to know, that we desire to understand the reasons and the ways of the universe, but the truth is our minds can only connect so much and understand so much from our human framework at any given time. So she holds the entire mystery that is us within her hands, and from them flows just enough to keep us seeking, questioning, yearning, searching. It is not a deliberate withholding, but a way of measuring out experience. For to release the entire knowledge of the Akashic records and all souls into one being would be to disrupt us to the point of madness. So know that there are unknowns, accept that there are secrets, focus instead on the laws you can work with, and accept the wonder that is the presence of the soul's multiple selves, lives, expressions, and know it is a fragment of a greater whole. This is why we have lifetime after lifetime. This is why we experience so much. This is why we have suffered and struggled and learned and let go and finally come to a place of compassion within yourself. The totality of your magnificence will not be lost and is known when we return for a time between the lifetimes to the home of our soul. She holds the secret and you hold the key. And you are discovering more and more with every breath, with every step on this journey called your life. The illumination is, I am at peace with the mystery that is my existence. I will explore and discover. Yet know that there are greater secrets and other lifetimes in which to explore them. I think that can be quite the comfort when we have this level of uncertainty and holding and attachment. But you're learning to lighten that and release that this week. I can really see it. You're learning to apply a new strategy and just get to the groundwork of something that really is going to fill your cup in the end. Like the way this one landed on the abundance card, like let's go straight to it now. Abundance, 10 of Cups. To me, it feels like a promise. Everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You are moving towards an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love, or maybe all of them. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait for abundance to fall in your lap. Take steps, give deeply and fully, don't hold back. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. The more you give, and Seven of Pentacles is investment energy, invest in yourself. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. I do feel that you already have a lot around you to be grateful for. Yeah. Let's go to the next one, starting over with the snake and the fern. Beautiful Woodlands Warden deck. Absolutely gorgeous deck. The snake and the fern calls us to start anew. Regularly shedding its skin, the snake is a symbol of rebirth and transformative healing. And in many cultures, the fern is associated with new life and new beginnings. To the Maori of New Zealand, an image of the unfurling silver fern frond, or the kuru, is a central motif indicating growth and a return to one's origins. Together, the snake and fern inspire confidence as we start over or embark along a new path. So the meaning is a rebirth is imminent. Summon the magical protection of the fern and wriggle free from old trappings. I see that that's something really like this. It's like there's a shedding happening here this week. I'm surprised the death card isn't here, because it's not all at once, you know, it's kind of what it feels like. So abundance, I already read that one. I've kind of jumped ahead to it because I like that the tarot fell on it. I don't know why I want to hold this up again. Your beautiful little angel. So, and the angel actually sits, probably because it sits above this one. Spend more time on your spiritual growth. New chapters require a new version of you. You're definitely blossoming at this time. It is confronting. There is, like I said, birthing pains here, letting go pains. Five of Swords is never comfortable, but it is what will help you with the confusion of your challenge, the Seven of Cups. Further, we have the sacral chakra. This is about your creativity, your sexual expression. It is that chakra down below the belly. It might be something you want to meditate on. You've also got social media detox, and we have got the energy of like sort of going within, you know. The Seven of Swords is a strategizing card, and you want to apply yourself to this plan that you've got, but you also maybe want to keep it to yourself and not share it with the world yet. It's your own personal journey right now, but it's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment as you move through it. No posting, no liking, just living. Don't let it take over your life. Maybe you've been absently sort of like, what do we call it? Like distracting ourselves with things instead of facing, you know, maybe in that time you could do a meditation and sort of just face a bit of things that need to be faced inside of yourself, or or maybe it's just giving you the wrong messages, or it could also be that if you're attached to someone and you're constantly watching their social media, it's not helping you release that connection if it's something that needs to be released. Whatever it may be, a bit of time connecting to your creativity might be better than that. So let's have a look at the charms for you. So group 3. Is that right? I kind of feel like there's another one. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Oh look, little ducky. Little ducky actually landed on the 9 of Wands. I love the duck. For me, it's like a psychic protection because the feathers are waterproof. You know, they go through the water without actually getting wet at all. So it may be that you're, it's a kind of self-protective energy, 9 of Wands as well. But the duck is also a message of moving through just sort of trouble or tension or things and not letting it stick to you. It's a sweet message. Oh, you've even got this earthy, like it's like a clay looking coloured frog. I love this one as well. It's a very similar message to the duck in that you're moving through troubled times with ease, or moving through the mud, or, you know, and with the duck as well, it's like, yeah, you might be in it. You might feel like things are holding you, or it's hard to get out of or see clearly, but keep going, you know. That's kind of the message here. It's like, don't stop, just keep going. It's not comfortable, maybe it may be a little bit muddy, but keep going. You have this beautiful, this one represents the Empress to me. It's it says pilgrim on the back, and it really talks about your whole journey making up who it is that you are today. And the journey you're in right now, the things you're going through, are only going to shape you into more of who you're supposed to be, to recognize and acknowledge and realize more of your own beauty and what you have to offer the world. Your story is your glory, and I think it's definitely, it's a message of accomplishment as well. So it's something you're moving into. And then I did feel one more, so I pulled out the heart that is locked right now, and the key is not in here. There is a key in there, and sometimes it comes with the key. It's quite cool when that happens. So it also says here, actually, the secrets, right? There was like, they hold the secrets, but you hold the key. There's something that you're yet to realize, and you're growing into that now. And it's going to unlock things for you. It's going to unlock that heart. It's going to open you up to receive. We've also got a sweet little clam here. The clam is like protecting the beautiful pearl within. And it also talks about, the journey of the pearl is actually like a piece of dirt that over time it's grown into this beautiful, is it like luminescent, shiny pearl jewel, and it kind of reiterates what we're seeing here, like this whole thing, this whole journey, all the charms that have come out, like show that what you're going through right now is actually shaping you and your life into something quite beautiful. And maybe you haven't unlocked all the answers yet, but keep going, because you are supported and guided by the angels, by your own intuition, by your spirit, by who you're supposed to become, who you're becoming. That person that is you in the future is calling you. You really, it's quite a special reading. You're coming to realize your beauty in a deeper way, and then to live that expression by letting go of what is not serving you, the confusion. But I just want to come back to this one. Spend more time on your spiritual growth. Connect to your guides, connect to your spirit. Meditation feels really important for you right now. A bit of rest, a bit of extra sleep. Four of Swords and what you don't see coming. You might be getting a bit more downtime to just focus on what's important. Focus on yourself. And if you're a parent, maybe it's also about that, getting support to focus on helping your children or supporting them, things like that. So that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope that it resonated with you. If anyone is actually, I've said this with every group because every group's dealing with something, but if anyone's interested in trying kinesiology for things that you feel attached to or things you're trying to move through that you're finding very hard, kinesiology is a fantastic modality. We use muscle monitoring to access your innate awareness, and I can do that via distance, setting up surrogacy, and I'll share some testimonials soon of how it's been helping people, because it's absolutely phenomenal modality. But it helps you get to those core answers. Maybe we don't understand quite what's going on, or we feel something and can't articulate it, and the body keeps the score, the body knows. So it's a way of communicating directly with your innate awareness and with your body to find out what's going on and how to create balance. So if that calls to you, check it out in the description box. But other than that, group 3, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope that it brings you clarity and comfort, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care.